What's up, everybody? It's Dom Universe. Now, check this out, because I ain't been on here in a little minute, right? So, first off, sending love out to everybody, wishing everybody a beautiful day, morning, night, evening, noon, whatever time it is where you live at. Um, I know y'all been taking care of yourself, raising y'all vibration, eating healthy, detoxing y'all life of toxicity, basically. Um, I just want to say a few things because I've been seeing what's been going on in the Endako spiritual community, and this is exactly why I don't identify myself with the spiritual community. I speak on spiritual topics. I talk about spiritual things. I use spirituality in just about every video, right? But the thing is, I don't look at spirituality the way everybody else do, and this is what I mean. First off, with the comments I've been seeing on other videos, some of the messages I've been getting, people talking about, oh, Vantu Cut said spirituality is fake, life don't matter. Now I feel depressed. I feel like crap, or what do I do, or what they say? Oh, he said we don't got a soul, and I'm gonna get into that later in this video. Now, I agree with a portion of the video he made, but I disagree with a great portion of it. And this is exactly why I've been saying niggas is weird. Okay? Niggas not spiritual. Niggas didn't care in the first place. And listen, spirituality, and this I've been noticed spirituality has been being turned into a religious cult like movement, right? Spirituality has been, and listen to what I'm about to say. Spirituality has been being turned into spiritualism. Okay, spirituality is for the self. Spiritualism is an indoctrination. Okay, ism is like 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 monotheism, right? Polytheism or atheism or theism, deism, etc. is religious movement, religious doctrines, right? So spiritualism, these spiritualists who practice spiritualism or are a part of spiritualism, that is literally a religious movement that was started in the 1800s. So spiritualism, these are the people who are like the Madame Blavatsky's, or some you may see like the Aleister Crowleys. I'm not saying they are evil, but they also believe in spirits and the afterlife and etc. Now let me just say something. Spirituality is supposed to be a personal experience. This is, you don't even have to get anybody involved in your business when it comes to spirituality. Your spiritual path. It's a path you're taking to self-improvement. It do not mean you follow a god. It don't mean you follow religious connotations and etc. First off, spirituality is supposed to be building self-love for yourself, realizing that everybody is connected. Okay. What else? Getting back to natural ways of living. That don't just mean eating healthy, but natural ways of living all around. What else? It got to do with self-actualization, self-realization, transcending the ego, detaching from materialism. That don't mean you can't have fun in the material world. Like I made a video talking about you understanding the balance between the material world and the physical world. In the video I called something along the lines of Indigo Children. They got the number 1010 in the video, where I talked about you can't have too much of the spirit realm. You can't have too much of the material realm. It should be a balance. Okay, find a balance. Okay, everything got to have a balance. This earth is about balance. Okay, this is a dual polarized planet, right? Okay, keeping it pushing. Hold up. So with that being said, spirituality is supposed to be a natural thing. It's not. It's supposed to be personal. And nobody even gotta be on. Nobody should even, like, for example, some people think that other people can be on a spiritual path. I mean, they can, but what I'm saying is you don't gotta go down somebody else's path. You should be worried about your own. You're trying to evolve you. You're trying to evolve you. Now, when we talking about laws of the universe, it do kind of sound like the laws of the God in the Bible, but the laws of the universe are laws for you to understand and help you synchronize and live in harmony with the universe. Okay, you don't gotta worship the universe. You don't worship anything outside of you. You already God. God is consciousness. Consciousness is inside of you. What is inside of you examining your thoughts when you're thinking? Now keeping it pushing. Um, Yeah, so like I said, I think in the first episode of my cosmic intention series, I said spirituality didn't originally have a name. It's such thing as spiritual practices, but spirituality it was a natural way of life. They didn't emphasize it the way it's being emphasized today, and it's being turned into a cool thing or a trendy thing. It's not supposed to be that. Everybody got their own path. You don't see. Here's an example, right? Let's say you got a YouTuber who drops spiritual videos, right? And people follow them for those videos. Now, let's say one day that YouTuber randomly say, "I don't want to make these videos no more. I don't believe in this stuff anymore. I'm not." Basically saying he ain't taking care of himself no more. All the people who follow him are going to be confused. They're going to be lost. They're going to be going on little tyrants. They're not going to know what to do because y'all looked at that person as a god. Y'all didn't use y'all brain like I've been saying. Y'all didn't have y'all own spiritual path. Y'all were going down that person's spiritual path and thinking that everything that worked for them was going to work for you. You was using everything they said for your life instead of just taking some of the things. You took everything. You doing everything they do. They give their opinion. You think it's supposed to be your opinion. You don't even got your own opinion. So this is why I've been saying use your own brain. Nothing wrong with spirituality. It's just that people are making it into a religious movement. Now, this don't mean you got to give up spirituality. That's like saying just because it's puppets and weirdos in the music industry, that means you got to stop making music. No, it's already been here. That's something that's put here for you. That's been here before the internet, before what's it called? Before corruption, right? Now, let me keep it pushing here real quick. So when you start believing in somebody else's path, it's becoming like a religious cult movement because it's just like with that dude Jim Jones. They did everything he did, and when they told him to, when he told his followers to drink the what's it called? He told them to drink some type of a drink, and they all died. So it was a mass suicide because they thought that they would live on forever or have more immortality, right? Hold up. So listen, that is called what's it called? Cattle brain. That's called the sheeple mindset. You're being a follower. It's okay to take advice from somebody. It's okay to hear them out and whatnot and hear them talk, but you don't gotta take everything they say and think that you gotta do it. But yeah, like I was saying, spirituality is supposed to move you past your ego and materialism, okay? And your the programming you've been programmed with. Okay, so here's an example. You think that you supposed to abide by these 10 commandments. Okay, this is just an example. You think you supposed to follow this Bible, even though we all know it's fake. I've been proved this already. Uh, Let me move on, cause I'm just rambling right now. But yeah, but basically what I'm trying to say here is, you got a physical realm and a metaphysical realm, aka the spiritual realm, right? And you supposed to be a balance, right? Now, don't feel like just because you a spiritual person, right, that nothing in the material matters, because that's called having an ostrich mindset. Like how ostriches in our quote stick their head in the ground and you ignoring everything that's going around, when no matter if you ignore it or not, if a bunch of people are going through hell on this planet, you're going to feel it because you're connected to everybody. It's a large portion of people going through this drought, and you're going to feel it. This is why everybody this year has been feeling the earth change. They've been feeling it in their being. You can feel the energy shift. This is why when a bunch of people meditate together, it not only changes all the people meditating together consciousness, it changes the people around them who not even meditating consciousness. Collective consciousness. Even with the sun, every year is the sun records our consciousness. That's why they call the sun a judge. So let me keep it pushing. Um, he said in that video, who said we had a soul? First off, if you never heard of Oregon Energy, but Paul, first off, those people in that continent you got as your profile picture, Von Cut, that continent, they said it. They said it. The Egyptians called the soul the Ba. The Egyptians called the spirit the Ka. And I'm just using Egypt as example, because that's the main civilization I study, right? The bot this is why the heart is the seat of the soul, and the heart is the most expensive organ in your body. When we talking about mummification takes 40 days and 40 nights. They take out all your organs instead of your heart. So you telling me if you don't got no soul, that 40-day process is for nothing? When in ancient times our ancestors lived life preparing for the afterlife. They taught us about the afterlife. They knew about astral projection. They wrote a book called The Book of the Dead that explains what's even in the afterlife. What else? Like it don't make no sense. If you tell me why people who have near death experiences are all coming back with testimonies having the same story that is similar to our ancient teachings before religion came into being. So let's keep it pushing, because I'm about to. So your soul, according to Duncan McDougall, who tested people, 12 people before they died, and before he came to the synopsis, that when you die, okay, you lose 21 grams of weight, and that 21 grams of weight come from your soul. Yeah, yeah, and he tested it on the dog. They tested on the dog, and the dog didn't lose any weight. But I ain't gonna get into that. Basically, your soul weight 21 grams of energy, right? And so when we talking about afterlife and past lives and etc, you can also look into Dolores Cannon, who did something called QHHT, which is quantum healing. What is it called? Quantum healing hypnosis technique, right? And what she would do, and she's had thousands of people. She's had thousands of patients. This is not. Now, anyway, a lot of the people who she would put under this hypnosis, she would ask them, what are they here for? What did they come to earth for? And a lot of her patients would say, I came to raise the vibration of the earth. I came to help people on the earth. I came to help people spiritually evolve, etc, right? So nobody about to contradict past life. Nobody about to contradict the spirit realm over here. We don't. And another thing, don't come over here talking to me about religion. Don't come to me talking about Jesus. I don't want to hear none of that. My ancestors didn't rock with that. I already proved it don't exist. You can go watch some of my videos. If you don't believe in none of them, don't talk to me. Just let me be ignorant. Just let me be ignorant. But anyway, let me see. With meditation. Now let's talk about meditation. Meditation, a lot of people tend to think that meditation is just to help you focus and help you just think clear. There are many different types of meditation. You got mindfulness meditation, awareness meditation, meditation for breath work, meditation for channeling, meditation for relaxing. You got meditation for healing your body. You got meditation. You even got yoga. You got meditation for your kundalini. You got many different types of meditation. You got meditation for your chakras. Moving your ego out the way and trying to focus, that's just part of it. That's only part of it. After that, meditation you start to do different things in meditation, especially if you're doing transcendental meditation and you learning how to relax and get in tune with your spirit. Easy stuff. Is very simple. What else? Telepathy. Everybody's supposed to know how to do telepathy. We about to talk about psychic abilities because December 21st, I do believe that event is going to happen, but I don't think it's going to be how people think. I don't think people just going to out of nowhere have psychic abilities. I think that's going to be a gradual process because everybody not on the same don't have the same spiritual experience. They're not the same end I quote level. I don't necessarily believe it's levels, but I believe in experience. And everybody don't got the same amount of experience. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, this dude said in the video, knowledge and intelligence don't exist. Now, I'm gonna say something, because he did say, what if we came here and nobody taught us anything and we was just here. Eventually, we're going to learn and know naturally how to be innovative. We're going to know naturally from being here how to build things. We're going to know how to do how to take care of our body. We're going to eventually over time know how to do things. If you don't know, like even today, if you didn't have a doctor Okay, I mean, if you had something going on with your body, how you supposed to know what it is without going to your doctor? How you supposed to know what it is without looking up? If you living with asthma, how you supposed to know besides your doctor? How you supposed to know how to live with asthma without looking it up? And then he used let me just keep it pushing. Basically, knowledge, you need knowledge. There is things to know. There are things to know. Otherwise, you just hear ignorant. We were here before we even had physical bodies. We were etheric here before. And I do believe we were here when animals were created. But that's we ain't even gonna get into my belief. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Knowledge is knowledge, information. Okay, information is light. Light, you need light. If you ain't got no light in you, you're dim. What are you? If light equals information, we know that when you're in the light, you're absorbing information from the cosmos. If you staring into the sun, because sun gazing, yes, is real. I even did sun gazing. Like I told y'all how to put the prana in y'all solar plexus. I did that a few days ago. An hour or so later, I ended up in an hour or so, ended up doing 100 calf raises, 100 hanging leg raises, 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, 100 squats, all in about an hour. Just because I grabbed some energy from sun gazing and stored it into my solar plexus like I've been telling y'all how to do. Now, let me just say something. Yeah, I had a burst of energy. Now, let me just say something. I already talked about and explained the science of sun gazing in my previous video and in many videos, but in my previous video, I showed it with the eyes and how it go inside of your body and whatnot. But anyway, extraterrestrials, I don't even need to prove this. I've been proving it, and our ancestors told us they real. They're on the hieroglyphics. You can even look into the Dogon tribe. Dogon tribe, let's talk about the Dogon tribe and astral projection. Dogon tribe even said as extraterrestrials, that is, they even said that the Zulu tribe, what's his name? Wisdom Keeper, Credo Mutwa said extraterrestrials came here 7,000 years ago and gave them knowledge, gave them wisdom on how to live in ETC. And they even told Credo Mutwa humans used to be the leading race in the galaxy. You gonna tell them they've been lying they whole existence, they whole tribe's existence. What would somebody be lying about extraterrestrials for? I'm not saying it ain't no fake videos. I'm saying, what would somebody lie about the existence of them for? When they've been shown to us. They've been shown to us by our ancestors. They're on the hieroglyphics. They're in ancient texts. I've been showing extraterrestrials. If you really sitting here thinking that there is no way for another type of life to be existing, that is called being naive. That's called being naive. Is your mind? Do you think that the world is that vast? Do you think that there is nothing outside of here? A lot of you see. Listen, let me say something. How did the Dogon tribe? And I need one of you niggas. I need one of you niggas to answer me this. How did the Dogon tribe map out an invisible star all the way from Earth hundreds of years ago before our scientists, before our space agencies? How did the Dogon tribe do that with no technology? How did the Dogon tribe do that with no technology? So I just want to say something again. Ain't this the same nigga who was saying on Instagram that he's being watched and he ain't gonna drop no spiritual videos till next year or whatever? And so again, niggas are weird. Niggas are weird. Now let's talk about polarization, because he said there is no such thing as truth and lies. There isn't. I already talked about this. I talked about, that's one of the 7 Hermetic principles. All lies are but half truth. All truths are but half truths. So a lie is a lie or whatever, but then you got truths. So you got opinions and you got beliefs. Now I talked about belief. Belief is a fifth dimensional, fourth density concept. What this means is, for example, like I said, with polarity, just like with the dimensions, with the physical and the metaphysical, you got to have a balance. So with lie and truth, there is belief. And when we living in the 5th dimension and we believe something to be true, we manifest it. That's belief. But when we talking about you having faith in something you have no proof of, Yeah, that's a whole different story. That's a different ball game. But like I was saying, polarity is all. You got to have a balance of everything. Just like with darkness and light, it's the same thing, just different degree. It's the same, just like cold and hot, same extreme, different intensity. You get what I'm saying? So same thing. Um, you can even look into the dream time. Like when we talking about extraterrestrials, which I want to rewind back to the dream time, which is part of the oldest spiritual system on the planet, which comes from the Aboriginals, who talk and they talk about beings coming down here and helping us and civilizing us. And this is part. This sounds like the same story every ancient civilization is trying to tell, or almost every ancient civilization is trying to tell, with the extraterrestrials. Or some say they not physical, some say they didn't have human bodies, they were like etheric and they came down here and they helped us. There was humans here before Adam and Eve. How you think Cain got a wife? But I'm gonna keep it pushing, because I don't want to sit here harping. Harping. Um, Psychedelic trips. If you understand the light spectrum, we already know the light spectrum. Things exist outside of our sight range, our vision range. So we don't see everything that's here, but that's why you have some people who are clairvoyant, who can see through into the fourth dimension, aka the next, whatever you want to call it, who can see more than 35 or 53% of the light spectrum. 0.0053% of the light spectrum. Now, or it was 35 or whatever. I'm still getting confused on that. Whatever. I just know we see less than 1% of the light spectrum, right? And there's people who are clairvoyant and can become even more clairvoyant to the point they can see things that are not physical. And this is why some people are able to see spirits. Now, I want to say something about spirits. A spirit, it can be an extraterrestrial. That's called interdimensional travel. And that's how some beings get here on this planet from other planets. Interdimensional travel. You think because it's a firmament right there, and ain't no way to get in here. All you need is interdimensional travel. Now I'm gonna keep it pushing. I already explained interdimensional travel. I already explained how that worked. Even in my Guology series. So like I was saying with psychedelic trips, you can see into this light spectrum. And this is why people who go on psychedelic trips, they say they can see the matrix. They say they can see the grids in the sky. They see extraterrestrials. They see beings around them that they think that be there when they not tripping. Now, I want to say something. People may chalk that up as a hallucination. Do you even understand what a hallucination is? Why are those things there? Things that they weren't thinking about before they went into the trip. Things that has been talked about in text before. They seeing extraterrestrials when they having a psychedelic trips, but y'all gonna call it a hallucination. Why are they hallucinating these things? Why are they seeing these things in that quote hallucination? They see things that can be explained. Let me keep it pushing, cause basically that video he made got all y'all out here wilding and questioning y'all own life. That's because y'all wasn't spiritual in the first place. Y'all niggas wasn't spiritual in the first place. Y'all was being followers. So let me keep it pushing. Psychics. You got psychics who predict things. Psychics who can communicate with beings. You got people out here who have seen extraterrestrials. You got people who have seen ships. People tell me they see ships. I've seen ships. Let me keep it pushing. Listen, December 21st. I ain't gonna see. I was watching a show called Fire Force, and they be talking about like black holes, universe, dimensions, and etc. And it's an anime, by the way. And I remember they was talking about, okay, you got powers. You don't want anybody to know your powers. Don't tell anybody you got powers, etc. And it made me think about I've heard this in a movie before, or some other show, but it made me think about December 21st. Now I'm not. Listen, I see people talking about what if this ain't gonna happen, blah blah blah. If it don't happen for you, that's you. That's you. You didn't take care of yourself. I'm not saying no. Listen, Look, the first person, let me the reason I say you might not want to show people is your superpower is just like with superheroes on movies where they don't show nobody their true identity. You remember Batman Brave and the Bold, where he used to meet up with all different type of superheroes you never probably even seen before or heard of. The show was called Batman Brave and the Bold. He would sometimes link up with different superheroes in different episodes. So this is what I'm basically saying. I don't think you want everybody knowing you got these abilities, these psychic abilities that's gonna be strengthened, that's gonna be magnetized by radiation. I don't think you're gonna be wanting to tell everybody that unless you know that I'm not gonna say unless you can trust them. I'm saying unless you know you can trust them. Okay, and you just you just gonna have to see how the first, because we already know it's gonna be a person who want to show out and show everybody they got psychic abilities. Let's let that person do their thing, see how it's accepted by the public, and then we can go from there. But let me see. A couple other things. This is why when we talking about research, this is why I say you need to have discernment, and this has to do with you researching and not be looking for things and accepting things based off of your emotions. You having discernment. So what do I mean by this? You know how I will show an article, a whole web page with a bunch of paragraphs and etc. What I do before I show y'all these, I research names that's in the article. I look into dates. I look into words in there that I never seen or used before. I research the article. I research what I'm reading before I finish reading. I research what I'm reading as I'm reading it basically. And so I'm not just reading, right? So if you was to read that paragraph with me at the same time, you're going to finish way before me reading the paragraphs on the article, because I'm researching the paragraphs. You're just reading the paragraphs and taking it for taking the information at face value. And so this is why some people say believe only half of what you read and only what you see. Right? Right? And so discernment, it means knowing what you reading, knowing what a truth is and knowing what a lie is. Okay? Knowing if you reading lies and know if you reading truths. Okay? So again, keeping it pushing. There's now listen, when we talking about again truth and lies, it being no lies, it being no lies, and true all truths are half truths. Is many different kinds of truths. It's truths where just you believe it. It's truths where it's universal truth. But that can change. It's truths where uh only a group of people believe it. It's different kinds of truths, right? And all of them basically is not necessarily permanent universal truths. For example, let's say we Syrians, we are people who live on the star Sirius. We know that human beings exist on Earth. This is a universal truth. Everybody on every star, every planet know that we exist, right? Now let's say we go extinct. Humans go extinct completely. This isn't a universal truth anymore. It's not a universal truth that humans exist anymore. Now, let me say something. Something can be true to some one person and something can be not true. That same truth that's true to you can be false to somebody else. Okay? Just because it's false to them does not make it false to you. You got to understand what a truth is. Now, absolute truth, people think that that's true for everybody. There is no truth for everybody. There is no truth for everybody. But I'm gonna keep it pushing. But yeah. Now, all I'm saying is that video was basically him backpedaling, right? And basically him going back to square one. That don't mean y'all gotta go back to square one. Okay? You got your own beliefs and you got your own life and path. Okay? I'm gonna say this. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion, because your opinion can change the entire world. An opinion is not a lie. It's what you believe in. Everything technically, to an extent, is belief. I'm not going to say everything is belief. I'm not going to say everything is belief, because extraterrestrials exist. Most people don't think extraterrestrials exist, but they're right in our face. on hieroglyphic walls in text, and a lot of people have seen them in real life and recorded them. And so if it's hard for you to find a real extraterrestrial, I've posted real extraterrestrials. How do I know they real? Listening to Credo Mutua and how he explained them. And when he say they not those black thing, the black eyes is not really they eyes, is actually something you peel off. You have to have been up close to a gray extraterrestrial to know that. And so what do I mean by this? I have posted a video of an extra. I don't think it was in that video. Maybe it was. I posted a video, or I got two videos where it's two different kinds of grays getting the black thing pulled off their eyeballs. Who would have knew that if they haven't been up close to one? If you never watched this Credo Mutua video interview where he says grays are actually wearing a goggle on their eyeballs because he's been up close to one. If you never heard him say that and you went and watched an autopsy of a gray get the thing pulled off their eye, you wouldn't have knew that. You would have been surprised, and you would have always thought that was the eyeball. I'm the nigga. I've been telling y'all gray aliens are not, they're wearing a type of shade over their eye. Their eyes are not that big and black. They can't stand sunlight. That's why they're wearing that. They have no melanin. That's why you don't see them, because they live underground. So, last thing, spirituality isn't about taking life serious. It's about taking you serious. That's your path, not the world's path. Okay? But that's pretty much it. I just got done sitting here basically rambling for a little minute. I just want y'all to know, you ain't gotta, just because somebody say spirituality is fake, or they say all the bull, they say all what they want. Just because somebody say, or somebody follow it who you was following, don't mean you gotta stop following. If it been working for you, keep on doing it. If it's not working for you, or you feel like you just doing something random, or you feel like it's all in your head, stop doing it. Nobody making you do it. It's nothing but you it's nothing but you evolving. I see people talking about they don't like being vegan. Nobody made you be vegan. And you don't eat food for the taste. You eat it for the nutrients. I'm a vegan. I'm not saying it. I don't get tired of being vegan. I don't eat for entertainment. But that's pretty much it. Dom Universe taking off. Like, subscribe. I love you all. Peace.